I'm the first person from my family to go to college. My parents were new to this, I'm new to this.
I didn't really know where to go, who to talk to, I didn't know anybody.
Being in a new place, in a new state, I don't know anybody here, I don't have any family here.
I knew that I would have to work a little bit harder.
It gave me a wake-up call what college is all about.
Everybody else has got it figured out except for you.
I was absolutely terrified and I did not know what to do.
When I first got to Carolina, I was very overwhelmed. I went to a relatively small high school. My graduating class was 60 students. So there was just so many people and I wasn't really sure what to do. I felt kind of I felt really out of place.
I felt like everyone else here had it mapped out. They knew what they wanted to be already. They knew how to get there, you know, all the steps to take to get there. And I was just like, I felt like I wasn't prepared at all. I felt like my goals weren't as high. I felt like I couldn't compete at first. I just felt like these people came from such great schools and had parents that can kind of, you know, lead the way, and I didn't.
I sat at the front of the class on my first day, but it didn't help any, just because I was still too nervous to go talk to the teachers or really mingle with the people around me because I didn't really know anybody in my classes, so I was probably shy.
I'm from Winston-Salem, so there's Wake Forest and Winston-Salem State, and I had kind of rode by those campuses, but I had never been on a college campus like for myself. So then UNC is so big, I just knew I wasn't going to be able to find anything. I just knew I was the only first-generation college student here, and that no one was going to be able to help me, and so it was very, very overwhelming.
Wish teachers and professors would knew that first-generation students are shy and that they feel as if they have a lot of pressure on them because they don't want to let their family members down, and one bad quiz grade or something like that can be torturous.
I feel the weight of it. There's definitely pressure to succeed, and I feel that day to day.
One of my biggest difficulties here was explaining to my parents why I wanted to come to Carolina. Why coming to a four-year university, much more a four-year university 800 miles away, was so important to me.
My mom doesn't know much about Carolina, so if she were to had known more, she probably would have been like, hey Mike, or motivated me to go seek these resources, because it was basically me doing everything on my own. So that was probably the most challenging thing for me, just trying to navigate everything by myself.
Coming here as a first-generation student is really scary, and you really don't feel comfortable. You don't want to go and talk to a professor. You just want to go and just do your work and just try to survive. And I think that professors should reach out and try to want their students to talk to them in their office hours, to help them to build relationships.
We definitely have students who have taken AP classes and honors classes, and so those students are a little bit more prepared for what college classes are like. And then we have students who haven't taken those, and so then the academic kind of shock plays in when they come to campus. Most students in high school, at a pretty good high school, are they're coached to be like, you know, if you want to go to college, you have to take AP classes, you have to take honors classes. But when they come to college, nobody coaches them or tells them, if you really want to be a great college student, you should get involved in some of these things that we would consider honor level activities, like, you know, undergraduate research and independent studies. And so those kinds of opportunities, I think that first generation college students it's so foreign because nobody talks about it. first generation college students are more likely to be from low income families, and so we know that they are more likely to either have to work more hours than a regular student, they're more likely to take classes part-time, and they're also more likely to not live on campus. And so all of those three things are huge pieces of retention for any student, never mind being first generation. Getting students access early to like information and resources, getting students involved on campus, and helping students with academic competence.
Faculty and staff members started asking me to come see them, and actually asking me on a regular basis. They were like, Mike, come to my office. I'd be like, no, but they'd be like, Mike, come see me. And so I finally reached out to them, and they reached back out to me, and it was beneficial.
Classes that I teach, when I see the students outside of class, and I urge them to come see me if they have any kind of problems, any kind of situation they need to deal with in general, and not just the course material, I try to draw them out through a conversation, asking them about their family, about what their parents do, where they're from, did their parents go to college, this type of thing. And I end up finding a number of the students to be first generation. That's very helpful to me then, because I then will understand why the student is particularly shy, why the student is particularly uncomfortable in the class. And the students will often say, I don't tell other people that I'm first generation. I'm a bit embarrassed by it. And I assure them that there are a number of other students and faculty on this campus that are first generation.
When you first get here, you really don't know what to do, how to organize, and where to go to help yourself be better in the classroom. So sometimes when I first got here, I didn't know where most of the libraries were. So I mean, just reaching out to the students and letting them know where everything else is on campus that can help them be successful. My first professor when I got here in the summer, I think of 2010, she really helped me know what the college life is really about. She wasn't an easy teacher, but she also pushed us in the classroom, and I'm glad I had her class because it gave me a wake-up call what college was all about. She kind of forced us to do office hours with her. It's kind of like a requirement, like it was part of our participation grade, so it's pretty helpful.
As all my colleagues hold office hours, and we urge, at least I hope all of us urge our students to come visit us during office hours so we can get to know them outside of the classroom setting. It's very hard, unless you have a very small class, to get to know students very well. So I think it's a good idea to encourage the students to come talk with you in your office, and as often as they would like.
It was really nice because office hours gave me the chance to really connect one-on-one with the professor in a way that I felt like I couldn't through email or through one communication after class. We have so many great resources, but there's so many of them that it is difficult to figure out what is best for you.
We're very fortunate here at Chapel Hill because we have tremendous resources available for students. We want to see them succeed academically. If we bring them to the university, we want to give them every possibility to graduate. This is very important to us. And I think as faculty members, we need to constantly point this out to our students, even though they may not be needing it, to often say, I know you think you don't need it now, or you may never need it, but do check out these resources. Check out these resources, and I think it's very important for first-generation students who are sort of timid, some of them very timid anyway. It broadens this base of support that they have. The more they get to know other people, the more comfortable they are here.
When you look at somebody in the eye and you can get that connection and you know that they're helping you and you know you know that you do have help out there. It's really nice and comforting. The main thing for first-generation success is connection with another person and with the resources that they can offer. Is somebody who can sit down with the first-generation student, with me, with one of my colleagues, and say, well, here's where you are, and here's where you want to go. Let me help you get there.
I decided to get involved with Carolina First because I thought that they could help me navigate the university, find out where I fit in. It's been amazing, my experience with the group. They've just been so helpful, helping me to get connected to different resources on campus, different faculty, just providing a bridge to form relationships with different groups on campus. Carolina First, our mission statement is that we want to equip first-generation college students with the tools that they need for academic, social, and professional success, both here at Carolina and in the future. Plan out different events and monthly workshops to provide students with the opportunity to succeed. My favorite part about being in Carolina First is helping others, because whenever I first got here, I was just really overwhelmed, and I want other students to know that there's plenty of students like them, and that they will fit in on this campus, and that it'll be okay. Carolina First also has a mentorship program associated with it. It's called Carolina First Friends, and it pairs incoming first-year students with an upperclassman student who's been through the transition to life at college, and who can kind of guide them to the tools that they need to succeed, and just be a resource for them to go to.
You know, I'm striving to do better than my parents. I'm striving to make them proud, and I'm also striving to prove those who said I wouldn't be here wrong.
I'm the first person in my family to go to college, and that's crazy to think about, because I mean the majority of my friends here aren't first generations, and so it's just a normal thing. Everyone in their family goes to college, but for me, I'm the first, and it feels really good, and I'm proud to be the first.